Hi. Make yourself at home, grab a snack, or pretend to be productive while playing this in the background, whatever works for you. So, we're going to be reacting to a bunch of unpopular opinions and hot takes, and we'll be deciding if we agree with them or if they should remain unpopular. Let's begin. I guess we're starting strong. I liked the How I Met Your Mother finale. Absolutely not. No, no, disagree. No way. Bro, like, the series is called How I Met Your Mother. There is a build up around this for the entire series, for how many ever seasons, for all those episodes, only to kill off the mother. No. And then what, he's running off to this lady again? I don't know, man. I mean, okay, I get like how it's a cliche thing to have you circle back to the first love that you experienced in a series. It's like I mean it's a common thing to do that in most of these series. What's the plural of series? Okay, I don't know. Most of these things, most of these shows, it's a common thing to circle back to the first love that the protagonist had experienced at the beginning of the series. I've seen that in so many cases. Yeah, many of these shows do that. But no, I mean, the mother, the Tracy, was so perfect for Ted. Like, she was so perfect for Ted, and she was so good. Probably my favorite female character in that show, even though she appeared for such a brief period of time. She was so sensible and she was so perfect. I love her. And then they just had to go and they just had to go and kill her off. And they rushed through the whole mother part. I think the whole season. Last season was about the wedding, Barney and Robin's wedding. And then what? The mother comes for a while and then this disappears. And I don't know, man. I didn't like it at all. They didn't even let the character breathe for a bit. They didn't really show much of her. And that was really disappointing. I wanted to see more of Tracy. She was so good. I loved her. She had to stay for longer, I think. I didn't like the finale. I'll be honest, the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't have a strong opinion on it. But the more I thought about it and then I watched it like two, three more times, I was like, no, this is not the ending I wanted. No. And I don't know if this is a hot take, but Barney and Robin are kind of perfect for each other, is what I think. They made a pretty good couple. They could have built upon that more. I keep calling her the mother. Her name is Tracy, right? Wait, is her name Tracy? Is the mother in How I Met Your Mother called Tracy? Wait, How I Met Your Mother. Yep. Yeah, the mother, Tracy. Yeah, so, yeah, anyway, they deserved, Ted and Tracy deserved a happy ending, in my opinion. I completely disagree with this hot take. Our next hot take is people who aren't mentally or financially stable should be barred from having kids and be forced to use contraceptives. Obviously, you can't force somebody to not have kids, but I do agree that if you're not mentally prepared or financially capable to handle the expenses of a child, I don't think you should be having them. I mean, you can't, I mean, if it's unplanned, then that's a different story. But having a child just for the whim of it, or just because society expects you to do so, or somebody in the family is like pestering you to have a child, no, you can't be doing that. You're responsible for a life. Every choice you make is affecting that life. I agree. I think, yeah, I do. No, I mean, I don't agree that you should be forced to, they should be forced to use contraceptives, but I think that they shouldn't be having kids if that is the case. Mentally being ready is very important because you cannot put a child through a terrible life just because you weren't ready for it. I mean, why would you even have a child if you're not ready for it? Emotionally, mentally, and all of that. If you don't want to, just don't. It's a choice. Like, what is this? Why I've seen a lot of people like around me, family, friends, and all of that, who think it's a compulsion. Like, that's just the natural next phase of life after marriage is to have kids. No, it's not. You just can choose to, like, not. I'll be honest, it's tough. It's a tough decision to decide if you're ready or not, because obviously women's biological clocks have to be taken into consideration as well. Egg freezing is not affordable to everybody, so it's a really tough decision to make. But we also have to think from the child's perspective. Like, you cannot put a child through hell. Yeah, removing the force part, yeah, it's okay. The steak is fine. Yeah. It's really tough though. I feel like I don't know if being 100% ready is a thing for many people. I mean, I'm married, and these are discussions that sometimes I have with my husband, like, will we ever be ready? I mean, it's so scary, but it is a really tough decision to make. It's not something that just strikes you in the middle of nowhere or something like that. It's a tough decision to make. You'll have to really think about a lot of things. If you're mostly ready, then I think it makes sense. I don't think there's ever 100% ready for any. Maybe there is, I don't know. But at least in my case, I don't think 100% ready is a thing, if you're mostly ready, at least basically, I mean, you'll at least know if you're financially ready. Mentally, emotionally, that's a process. Financially, at least you'll know. So I think if you're mostly there, then okay. Otherwise, really think about it. It's the biggest decision of your life. You can't just rush through it unless it's unplanned, and then you have to decide in a short duration. Again, there are options for that as well. But yeah. Also, I think that if you do decide, or if a person does decide to have a child, when it's an unplanned pregnancy, then they'll just have to do everything in their power to provide a good life. I mean, that's a basic responsibility, that's a duty of a parent. You can't just ignore things, you can't just ignore their desires, needs especially, and desires, because hello, they deserve and have the right to live a good, fulfilling life. So it's tough, man. Yeah. Next. The systemic lying to children about the existence of Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy is really mean. Okay, I don't know how many of us in India were exposed to this whole Santa Claus Tooth Fairy thing. Santa Claus, yes, I think everybody has been exposed for a while, and at least now, yes, it's a thing. Tooth Fairy, it was a thing in my house. Tooth Fairy was a thing in my house, not because my parents said it, because I saw it somewhere, I read about it, and I was like, hey, when my first tooth falls, the Tooth Fairy is gonna come and give me some money. And I just basically just forced my parents to like keep like $10 under my pillow one night. Yeah, so I basically asked for it. It's not like they went around convincing me or something. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. I don't remember ever believing in Santa Claus. I mean, I like the idea of Christmas and like getting gifts and you wake up to gifts and all of that, but it wasn't really a thing in my family at least. But then I was going on and on about these things, and my parents were like, okay, fine, whatever, we'll give into it. So, I mean, once I did catch my parents on Christmas Eve trying to sneak in a gift into the room when I was sleeping, but I just pretended to be asleep because I was really happy to just be getting a gift. And then the next morning they just called me, they asked me to sit down and said, listen, there's no such thing as Santa Claus, okay? We got you the gift. And I already knew that. And I just thought that they would keep getting me gifts like toys for a while. But I think they got sick of it just like the first or second time, and they were like, no, it's not real. We are doing everything. It's not real. Just forget about it. So that's the only talk I had. Nobody had to convince me that it's not real. Because I don't think I ever believed in this in the first place. But I do get it. There are kids who are too into it. In Indian families, yeah, I don't think it's a huge thing here in India. I don't think a lot of kids are running around believing in all this. A few maybe now. I'm not sure about how it is now. At least when I was growing up, it wasn't really big. Not many kids really even believed in this thing, and it wasn't even a thing. I think I just kind of forced I forced us, and I told them that, hey, you know what, this happened. This person is tooth fairy is gonna come and give me money when my tooth falls, and they're like, okay, she believes in this poor thing. Let's just keep $10 under her pillow, and that's what they did. That was really nice of them, but I didn't really believe in it. I mean, I already like I knew that wasn't real. Sorry, the color changed. Sun is going to set, I think, in a bit. Anyway, and I mean, some people got told that Santa's not going to give them gifts if they were bad kids, and meanwhile, some other kids got told that a policeman is going to come and snatch them away if they didn't eat their vegetables. I wasn't told that, but I've heard a lot of people on my neighbors telling their kids that uncle will come and take you away if you don't eat curd rice. Bro, just shut up. Why do you even have to? No, it's so stupid. Why are you lying to kids about this? You can't be saying these stupid things. That person will kidnap you, ghost will come and take you away. Like, stop it. No. I'm sure there are better ways to have your kid eat whatever food you're making. Don't do these things. Anyway, coming back to the take, I don't think it's mean. I think it's part of the childhood experience. These things, all of these things are just part of growing up. Just go through it. It's fun. And then when you grow up, it's fun to look back at, yeah, your childhood if this whole thing has been a part of it. Yeah, I don't think it's mean. Just deal with it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with this. Anyway. Next, working in silence is much more productive than any team building exercise. I cannot begin to tell you how much I agree with this. My God, I can make a whole video ranting. This whole like, you have to come to office, you can't sit at home. We promote only work from office. Work from home is, you can't be productive at home. I do get that people have to be, I mean, people working from home have to have the integrity to work and not just like while away time all the time. But what is the point of work from office when your work can clearly be done at home in the peace of your room? And that's the reason that at least like I've heard and the people around me have heard is that, I mean, you get to be with the team and that experience enhances productivity. And no, yeah, just leave me alone in my house, leave me alone in my room, and I'll get the work done. Just don't. If I'm in a room full of people making sounds, typing away on their mechanical keyboards, each person wanting the AC at a different temperature, it's either too cold or too hot half the time. And it smells weird when people just get snacks to their table. And everyone's talking, everyone around you is just expressing their blah, blah, blah. You can't even get the task done. You just sit there half the time. They just call you for meetings, unnecessary nonsense. It could be sent in one sentence, but no, they want to elaborate, make it a half an hour meeting unnecessarily. You're just wasting time. You give me the silence, give me a room to myself, just send me home. I'll go home, I'll get the job done. You don't have to do this nonsense. You really don't. I mean, it depends on the task. I get it. It depends on what kind of work you're doing. Some kind of work does need you to, be part of a team and discuss with everyone, brainstorm, and especially if your work has some sort of dependency and stuff. But if it's individual tasks, at least that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, leave me alone. I have very strong feelings about this, as you can clearly tell. I'll get more into my situation in this another day. Not right now. Yeah, completely agreed. Next, attraction has nothing to do with physical appearance. It's about liking a person for who they are on the inside. Once you do, the outer portion will be attractive no matter what they look like. It's sad actually that this is considered to be a hot, unpopular opinion. I agree, completely agree. If you like a person's personality, I think they end up being attractive. I don't know how, but yeah, I have experienced that. If you just fall in love with the person, like for who they are, you end up liking how they look. You'll end up liking most things about them until some icks show up. But anyway, you end up seeing positives in everything when you end up liking a person for who they genuinely are. That being said, there are a lot of shallow people out there who only look at appearance, looks. Can't deny that. It is true. I mean, who are we kidding? We do get attracted to people based on how they look sometimes, but obviously, for anything real, you'll have to get to know who they really are. And given today's world and how people are, maybe, yeah, this may be a bit unpopular, which is sad. Next, kids can be mean and disrespectful on their own, and we shouldn't always blame the parents. Yes, agreed. There are cases when kids grow up in a household where they're exposed to sort of like toxic behavior, and that's where they pick it up from. I'm not talking about those cases, but I have seen this in Indian society especially. There is a tendency to always blame the mother. माँ ने नहीं सिखाया क्या? And like, I mean, I'm a Kannadiga, like in amma helkotilvaninge and all. That means like, hasn't your mom taught you anything? What the hell? Like, it infuriates me so much. A lot of toxic things like this happen even when they grow up. Like, they grow up and say they don't know how to cook yet, and it's like, your mom didn't teach you how to cook. Bitch, that you didn't learn how to cook. What do you mean? What is his mom teaching you everything? Dad teaching you everything? Beyond a point, you can't expect your parents to teach you everything. You just have to learn it yourself. Show some interest, and then, yeah, they will teach you. Why is it such a thing? They have to teach you everything. If this person has any flaw, then it's the fault of the parent. No. If it's a child who genuinely, needs guidance and isn't getting the right amount of it, then yeah, you do have to blame the parents. If it's a toxic home, parents who just aren't really interested in raising their kids the right way, then yes, the blame goes to the parent. But if they've done everything they can, and still there are some shortcomings in every person, you can't keep blaming the mom or dad for it, and it's just ridiculous. I agree. We shouldn't always blame the parents if kids are disrespectful and mean. They somehow just pick it up out of nowhere, and no matter what the parent teaches, they just continue to be the same sometimes, and you can't always blame the parents for it. Agreed. And the last one for this video, people aren't stupid for using and enjoying AI. The hate against AI is incredibly forced. I get why the hate exists, because a lot of creativity is being replaced by AI, and I completely agree with the fact that that space should probably be left for humans. I see a dearth in originality because of AI, and I see a lot of talented people not getting their due credit because of AI, because it's just so easy now to create things without all that effort being put in the background. And yeah, people, genuine talented artists are not getting their due because of this, and that sucks. With mundane tasks, AI is very useful. The amount of texting I do with ChatGPT is kind of insane. I think it's pretty I don't think it's healthy, but I mean, I can't really stop myself either. I talk to ChatGPT about everything. It definitely has made life easier. It has definitely made a lot of things easier. But the fact that it's replacing so many jobs, replacing talent mainly, like I said, replacing creativity, that part, I get why the hate exists. I get why the fear exists because it's taking away jobs. I don't think the hate is forced, but I also don't think people are stupid for using and enjoying AI. Everyone is enjoying AI, but the hate on some level is justified. I get why people are pissed. Totally get it. The beauty of human existence lies in the art that we create. I know that was a very, like, I know this is very, like, deep and stuff, but it's true. I mean, it's so beautiful to witness people creating art, like genuine art that leaves you shocked. Like, how can a person be so talented to do this? Like, it leaves you shocked, and that is so beautiful to witness. And I feel like AI is taking away some of that awe, taking away some of that wonder. Now, also, it's taking away jobs. It is taking away jobs. I don't know who's kidding themselves when they say that no, AI is just creating jobs. People who know how to use AI the right way, they're going to be safe no matter what. Not no matter what. You have to keep upskilling yourself. You have to keep being so updated. Like, let me give you an example. The skills required to be a data scientist just 4 or 5 years back, say in 2021, is so vastly different from the skills required to be a data scientist now, or an ML engineer now. There is so much more you have to know now to for an entry level job even. That's because of competition and also the rise of AI, because AI is able to do all of those things that you were required to learn to become a data scientist or an engineer back in 2020 or 2021. AI is able to do many of those things. So now you need to know a lot more. You need to upskill so much more, and there's a lot more pressure because of this. I don't know why I went in that tangent, but yeah, I mean, the whole job thing is what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so creativity mainly. I get why the hate exists when it comes to that. And the job thing, yeah, there are jobs getting replaced. There is no denying that. So I get why the hate exists. So, but that being said, on one side, people, just because a person is using Chat GPT or Claude or Gemini, whatever you want to use, to make their lives easy, doesn't mean they're stupid. They're just making their lives easy. After a certain point, you have to detach yourself and try to think by yourself. Otherwise, I feel like brains are going to rot, bro. Like, no, you can't. We can't all keep using these things for every single decision. And I'm genuinely getting scared sometimes because I feel like I'm using ChatGPT for making every single decision, for even writing basic emails or messages to people. And sometimes I just take a step back and I'm like, why? I mean, why am I not able to think on my own? And that's a very scary idea. Yeah, it genuinely scares me. I wouldn't go around calling people stupid for using AI because it's being. I mean, look, everyone is going to use whatever makes their life easy, especially if it's something free to use. Why not? Like, everyone's going to use it. So that doesn't mean every single person is stupid. It was made by geniuses for a reason, to make your life easier. When it used at the right capacity for the right things, it's great. But when it takes over your life, when it takes over every bit of your day and every bit of your personality, thinking and all of that, it can get dangerous. I am kind of scared because I have outsourced every bit of thinking in my life to AI, and it's kind of getting scary. I think I want to make a video on that. Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, so those were the hot takes or unpopular opinions. That was it for this video. I'll be making more of these because I enjoy this. More of a lot of things. And if anybody has reached to this point of the video, hi, I love you. Thank you. It means so much. And if you've reached this point of the video, comment this emoji so that I know. And let me know what you think, and let me know your opinions on these hot takes. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. I don't have a specific niche. I know you don't know a lot about me, but I want to be doing everything. Yeah, anyway, I'm new to this, so I'm sorry if, like, not doing it right. I intend to get better as time passes. So, just a second. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, press the like button, share it with whoever you think might enjoy this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. That's it for this one. See you in the next one. Bye.